Hey everybody, today I am here reviewing the RAYTICE fiber optic iron sights. So I've got them here. First thing I will say regarding these iron sights here is that the box that they come in, it's nice and sleek and tight, really small form factor. I'll actually show you guys here a little close to the camera. Really small form factor, as you can see here. I will say, however, this latch system here, which there we go, give you some of the light, latch factor here. Once this is clamped down, it is really hard to open. I actually have had to open it with my knife a few times. Every time I close it, I have to reopen it with a knife or a flathead screwdriver. So the user friendliness of the case, it leaves a little bit to be desired. But I mean, once you get it open, it's fine. It's not too bad. But like I said here, I'll show you. I close that. Can't get my finger underneath there to reopen that. I literally have to pop it open with my knife. So if you're looking for a case that you can put this stuff in and it'll actually hold and stay closed, this is probably a good case for you. But if you're trying to use it for quick use, it's probably not the best case. I don't know how well you all can see that with the camera, but I'll take it out and we'll see it here in just a second. So first thing with these, this is the front sight right here. I'll move out of the way so you can see a little better. This is the front sight. Looks nice and sleek. This is a rail mounting system here, so you slide this onto your Picatinny rail, and this little knob right here, which I know you can't really see very well in the video, but this little knob right here you can pull out with the Allen key, which actually the box, there's an Allen key that comes in the box, but you can unscrew that, pull it out, slide this onto your rail, push that on, and then this little nub will actually hold it in place on your Picatinny rail. And you can see that this pops up. It's actually really solid. It doesn't pop back down unless you push the little button here, and then this will actually pop down out of the way. Now, I will say as well, this is made of aluminum, so it's actually pretty hardy. It's not flimsy like your plastic ones or your resin ones or your carbon ones that you'll get sometimes. These are not cheap. These were $23, $24 on Amazon, so actually pretty good quality product, all things considered, for it being the cost that it is. So again, this is the front sight as fiber optic. It's got a little green fiber piece in there for locking on to your target here, and we'll put this on a gun in just a minute, and I'll show you what it looks like on the actual gun, and we'll talk about it more then. This is the rear facing piece. It's got two orange fiber optic pieces here for visibility, and then even behind it here, it's actually got a little measurement tab, which you may or may not be able to make out on the camera, but there's little bars right here for wind meterage for when you're actually adjusting it. This little screw right here on the side allows you to adjust it, and we'll move this from left to right so you can get a good zero. So this just lets you know where you're zeroed at. And again, same basic function. This will pop up. Pretty solid, doesn't move. Give it a good little shake there, doesn't really move or go anywhere, and you push the button, and a little stiff at first, but pop that back up. There we go. I wasn't pressing the button down long enough, sorry about that. But yeah, it'll stay there. It does scratch up a little bit here. You might be able to make that out. There's a little scratch right there in the finish from where I just flipped that up and back down. So that may be a potential issue, but again, that's not a huge issue. It's just paint on the metal that's coming off, so not really a huge deal. And with this being the rear sight, probably not going to be something that is going to reflect a significant amount. Yeah, you can't even tell when this is flipped up, so it's not something that's really going to be important in an airsoft game or a milsim event. So I really wouldn't worry about that too terribly much. But again, same connection system here. It's got the little divot in here that'll hold it in place on your rail, on your rifle, or if you're using it for a pistol, I guess you can, if you've got a rail on the top of your pistol, which most don't have them on the slide, but if yours is special and does, or you've got some sort of mounting system that allows you to use a top mount, power to you, you can probably use something like this on the pistol. It would look weird, but it is what it is, right? So we'll go ahead and slap this on a gun here and go from there and see what it looks like. Guys, so I've got the sights mounted on here, as you can see. Got the rear sight, which is kind of hard to see with the background here, but yeah, there we go. Got the rear sight on here, and then I've got the front sight on here as well. Now I've got it already sighted in, so I'm gonna turn this thing around. Now guys, make sure you see I've got my glasses on here. These are actually range rated, so they will take a BB. So I always advise, make sure you're wearing some sort of eye pro whenever you're using an airsoft gun of any sort. Make sure you've got the appropriate gear on, make sure you've got the appropriate protection on, whether that be for your ears, your face, your eyes, anything and all of the above. Of course, any field, whether that be TCA, Milsim West, local fields, American Milsim, any of those fields, events, anything like that, of course they do require you to wear the eye pro. So make sure you've got the appropriate gear on before you fire an airsoft gun, please. All right, so we're gonna turn this down range here and let you see some of the damage I can do here with this ASL Plus. And this is the ASL Plus whiskey that I am testing this with. It's not my primary gun, this is my secondary that I use as a backup. It is an AEG, so we'll go ahead and let you see what this thing can do. All right, so in final closing here regarding the RAYTICE fiber optic iron sight, I have to say the highlight of it is the material that they are made of is very sturdy. It's a metal material, aluminum, I believe. So they actually are very durable. They will take a hit and they will take a beating if you are, happen to drop your rifle or something to that effect. I wouldn't recommend doing that under any circumstances, of course, if you can prevent it. But if it does happen, these are durable, so they should last. The one possible point they might break at is maybe the spring aperture where it pushes, it's laying flat and you push it up and you push the little button and then you drop it down. That would probably break under too much tension and use, but that's kind of with anything that has a joint. They're nice, they're sleek, they're lightweight, they're metal. These are all highlights I would have to say are very good features of this product. The case is a little hard to open, so if you're using it out in the field, say you're using a red dot and it gets shot out and you need to switch over real quick to your iron sights, it's going to be a little bit of a pain under fire to get those open and to have them put on the rail of your gun. It's going to be a little challenging to do that. But if you're only switching out your equipment in between game sessions or off the field, that's not really that big of an issue. It's kind of a very, very small thing that isn't even really worth considering, especially because a lot of people don't even keep their sights in the original box they came in. They're just going to keep them in a bag, somewhere easy to access during a game or in between games, as long as you don't forget where they're at. It's nice that the front sight is slightly canted. So when you're looking at it, it actually sits like this, backside, and then the front side is slightly leaning like this, giving a little bit of a sleeker edge looking to it. And so it just kind of looks cool. I don't really use iron sights very much. I mostly use the hollow sight, and I will continue to use the hollow sight with a magnifier for my primary, but I will probably, for the secondary that I had in the video there, I probably will go ahead and leave those iron sights on there for future use, just in case I need to get a shorter range weapon versus a longer range weapon. So appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have any more products that you would like to see reviewed, definitely hit me up through email or leave a comment on the channel, and we can look at doing that. If you'd like to donate to the channel as well, I do have a PayPal account set up, and that is included in the link in the description. I appreciate any and all donations. Those go right back into Airsoft. They help me make videos and attend events and provide additional recordings for you guys, so that's always appreciated as well. As always, thanks for checking out the channel, and I will see you next time.